Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Richard Strong, and I'm happy to welcome you to the Spring 2022 Commencement exercise for the School of Behavioral Health and Human Services and the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences at the University of North Texas at Dallas. We are honored to have so many family members, friends, and special guests here with us today to celebrate and to applaud our graduates. A professional photographer is on hand to photograph the conferring of each graduate's degree to ensure that you have a permanent record of this event. You are all here to honor someone you love, and we would like for you to, each of you, enjoy that celebration. So we ask that you please silence phones and other devices throughout the ceremony. And now we ask you to rise if you are able and remain standing for the national anthem. Please remain standing for our national anthem, which will be followed by a welcome from the President of the University of North Texas at Dallas, Mr. Bob Mong.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, that the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Welcome. It's so inspiring to see such a huge crowd of family and friends here to celebrate their graduates. Welcome, welcome all of you. These are the days that make lifetime memories. So congratulations, students, for all your hard work. We're very proud of you. We're also very grateful that our keynote speaker, commencement speaker, President Kurt Schmoke from the University of Baltimore, came so far to speak to you today. I know you'll enjoy his comments. And with that, I'd like to invite our esteemed provost, Dr. Betty Stewart, to the podium.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of the Platform Party and the university deans. I ask that those being introduced please stand as their names are called and remain standing until everyone in your party has been introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until each group has been recognized. Bob Mong, President, University of North Texas at Dallas. Laura Wright, Regent, University of North Texas System. Jessica Armstead, Regent, University of North Texas System. Dr. Richard Strong, Master of Ceremony and Lecturer, School of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Thank you. Please be seated. Now I'll introduce our UNT Dallas Deans and University Marshal. Dr. Jose Da Silva, Dean of Students. Ms. Felicia A. Epps, Dean, College of Law. Dr. Constance Lacey, Dean, School of Behavioral Health and Human Services. Dr. Orlando Perez, Dean, School of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dr. Ali Shaklia, Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Jennifer Baggerly, University Marshall and Professor, School of Behavioral Health and Human Services. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to recognize Terry Felty, a very special member of the UNT Dallas family. We are proud to welcome his family members, and we join them in remembering and honoring his achievements. Terry was a supportive and caring friend and family member, and involved in numerous activities and events at UNT Dallas. In fact, it was at the university where he met and fell in love with his fiancée, Vanessa Martinez. Terry earned his posthumous Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences degree in spring 2022. We are proud to honor his memory as a UNT Dallas alumnus. Thank you.
Provost Stewart, thank you. And at this time, I would like to recognize Laura Wright and Jessica Armstead, representing the UNT System Board of Regents. Now we have a greeting from our UNT System Chancellor, Dr. Michael Williams.
I'm Dr. Michael Williams, Chancellor of the University of North Texas System. It is my privilege to address you today and share in the University of North Texas at Dallas Spring 2022 commencement. Today's graduating class has proven its resilience, adaptability, and determination attending and completing college during a global pandemic. Your accomplishment hasn't been easy or without sacrifice. Many of you completed your studies while working full-time jobs, supporting families, and bearing other responsibilities. You never faltered. You were resourceful. You persevered. As each of you walks across the stage and receives your diploma, know that the investment you have made in your education at UNT Dallas has already increased your value in the workplace. Your connection to UNT Dallas is a connection to career opportunities and a prosperous future. During your studies, most of you have participated in a variety of learning opportunities outside the classroom, including internships, research, and volunteerism, gaining the knowledge and experience that is so greatly needed. In addition, UNT Dallas's many partnerships with local school districts, businesses, and nonprofits will help lead you to successful careers. As a UNT Dallas alum, you are shaping a future of new opportunity for generations to come. UNT Dallas is proud of its Southern Dallas roots and proud to be home to one of the most diverse student populations in Texas and the United States. This is why UNT Dallas was created, and this is what it means to empower students, transform lives, and strengthen communities. So, today is a day of celebration. Wherever your path leads, I hope you embrace it, knowing you have been well prepared by your faculty, your leaders, and an entire campus community who cares for you and about you. Your future is full of endless possibility. Class of 2022, on behalf of the UNT system, I wish you a very heartfelt congratulations and all the very best in the years ahead. Congratulations.
And many thanks to Chancellor Williams for those inspiring words. Now, Dr. Elizabeth Muniz would like to take a few moments to recognize some of our distinguished guests.
Good afternoon. At this time, I would like to recognize our military service members and veterans. The UNT Dallas and the UNT system family are proud to support our students serving on active or reserve status and our military veterans. We honor their sacrifice. UNT Dallas is proud to be a Purple Heart campus and to have received military-friendly designation. UNT Dallas is also an official chapter of Salute, which is a Veterans National Honor Society. Eligible veterans inducted into this honor society must have a GPA of 3.5 or above. Chapter members graduating this evening are wearing blue honor stoles. As a symbol of our appreciation for their service to our country, all graduating students and members of the UNT Dallas family who have or are serving in the armed forces are wearing red, white, and blue cords. I would like to ask students who are either active service, in the reserves, or a veteran to please stand and be recognized. Now, I ask all military service veterans who are faculty and staff to please stand and be recognized. Finally, will all the veterans, including active duty or reserve, who are in the audience, please stand and be recognized. To all of those who are serving or have served, thank you for answering the call to duty. And to all the military families, we thank you for your sacrifice. Together, we have made our armed forces the most respected in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Muniz. As I look into the audience today, I see faces filled with excitement and anticipation for all the opportunities ahead, thanks to your new degree. Our next speaker is someone who understands exactly what you are feeling right now. Please join me in welcoming BAAS degree candidate Brittany Stubblefield Ingram.
Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. So, first off, a ginormous thank you to the incomparable faculty and staff here at UNT Dallas. Thank you to my family and friends here today. But most importantly, the greatest of thank yous to my God and to my mama for always making things happen from heaven. So, as someone who grew up listening to Big Tuck, running into Erykah Badu more times than I could count, and being a self-proclaimed JFK assassination conspiracy theorist expert, and overall lover of all things Dallas, it is a true privilege to be graduating from the only public university in the city of Dallas. Dallas, the indigenous land of the Tawakoni, the Wichita, and the Kickapoo people. From an institution whose student body truly represents the people of the global majority, over 75% of our student body is represented as Black or Latinx. That truly makes my heart smile. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams come true. So, while thinking about what I wanted this speech to look like and sound like, there were so many different aspects that I could touch upon. It should be congratulatory. Should it be funny, life-changing, inspirational? Do I want tears to well into the eyes of my audience? Do I need the vibes to be on point? The answer is yes. Yes to all the things. But it dawned on me in a conversation with my husband that this is a real graduation since COVID started over 2 years ago. And you're probably wondering, a real graduation? We've had other graduations, but take a look around you. Your family, your friends are here able to celebrate you in person with limited COVID restrictions and guidelines, a representation of the return to normal since our new normal. COVID-19, wow. That transition for some of us was relatively effortless. The past 2 years, quarantine, everything was easy peasy. You were able to adjust to online courses while binge watching Tiger King and Bridgerton and learning the savage choreography on TikTok. You got in, you did your thing, and now you're off to your next journey. But this part of my speech is for those who have traveled on an uncommon journey. This is for us, the non-traditional student. I want to raise a toast to those whose worlds did not stop in the midst of a world pandemic. We served as essential workers, translated into those who upheld society, especially for the privileged few, putting yourself on the front line during a pandemic, all while going to school. And double kudos if you did so while managing virtual learning for a tiny human. But COVID-19 really put things into perspective, and it helped us to quantify the idea of loss. It was a reminder that sometimes we could be so hyper-focused on losses that it's hard for us to be focused on seeing or even celebrating our gains and our wins, and that it was an impossibility. But in this, there were wins, there were gains, new friends, new mentors who became friends, who became family, new budding relationships, professors who have given us experiences and opportunities that we never dreamt imaginable. And now, a degree. So before I conclude, I want to leave you with this, that we are exactly where we need to be at the exact time we need to be there, which is right here and right now, that you have earned and deserve to be here, to say that the future is destined to be greater because as UNT Dallas graduates, we are leaving people, places, and things better than we found them. And that the only pandemic that we are spreading is that of successes, wins, and gains. To leave Lowe's Fieldhouse knowing that you are worthy, that you continue to live and thrive, that you use your existence as an act of resistance to all the things and people that said that we shouldn't, that we couldn't, or we can't. I am so incredibly proud of you, my fellow graduates. I am so proud that we have blazed our trails even in a pandemic. But most importantly, you should be proud of yourselves. And to paraphrase the genius, Kanye West, everyone wanted to know what I would do if I didn't graduate. I guess we don't know. Period. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Just a terrific example of what makes UNT Dallas graduates so special. And please, at this time, join me in welcoming UNT Dallas College of Law Dean Felicia Epps, who will be introducing our keynote speaker.
Well, good afternoon and congratulations. And I have to say, go Brittany. It is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon. Mayor, city attorney, and academic administrator are a few of the terms we might use to describe some of the accomplishments of today's keynote speaker. He made history in 1987 when he became the first Black man elected mayor of Baltimore, Maryland. As mayor, he developed a reputation for his pioneering approaches to the problems of urban America. During his time in office, he instituted needle exchange programs for drug addicts, attracted a new football team to the city, and promoted citywide reading. President George Bush awarded him the 1992 National Literacy Award for his efforts to promote adult literacy. 2 years later, President Bill Clinton praised his programs to improve public housing and to enhance community economic development. After leaving office, he spent several years in law practice, and in 2003, he was appointed the Dean of the Howard University School of Law in Washington, D.C. While Dean, he focused on increasing bar pass rates and expanding the clinical law program to emphasize matters of environmental justice, fair housing, and civil rights. He served in other roles at Howard University, including Vice President and General Counsel. In 2014, he began his current position as the 8th President of the University of Baltimore. He is a strong believer in the power of education. His message to his university community, friends, and supporters has been this: education works for people, for neighborhoods, for society as a whole. We are so honored to have him here today. Please join me in welcoming the President of the University of Baltimore, Kurt Schmoke.
Well, thank you very much, Dean Epps. It is humbling to come up here after Brittany. I want to thank you all very much for this honor of inviting me to speak today. President Mung, to the faculty and staff and all the students, to the parents and friends of our graduates, and of course, to the outstanding graduating class of 2022. Thank you all very much for this invitation. Well, as you know, the good book says, and we agree, that this is the day that the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it. I know that for so many of you, you're focused not on just today, but tomorrow, which is Mother's Day. That's what the calendar says. But as I looked around at the faces of some of the mothers here, I think that the class of 2022 has brought celebration to them a day early. You should be very proud of yourselves for that. I want to say that I looked through your wonderful commencement book, and I saw that this class, I mean, outstanding people, but there's clearly a range of talent here that some of you are graduating with honors, that's cum laude, and some of you are graduating with relief, that's thank you laude. And wherever you fall on that spectrum, you've done an outstanding job, and of course we're extremely proud of you. Now don't worry, I see on your faces and to the parents and relatives that I recognize that I'm not the main show today. They are. Somebody whispered in my ear earlier to use the 3 B's of public speaking. Be brief, brother. And I will definitely follow that. But I wanted to just pick up for quite just a moment to focus you on a word that was in Brittany's address. And it might have gone a little bit past you because she was so eloquent. And the word is simply doing. Doing. Now, why is that important? You're about to make some important choices now in your career. What are you going to be pursuing? And I remember, and it may have happened to you, as it happened to me as a young man growing up, people would constantly ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I was, mentioned earlier, I was kind of a nerdy kid, and I was interested in politics early on in my life. And I told people, I said, I want to be mayor of my hometown. That's what I want to be. So throughout elementary and middle school, people asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a mayor of my hometown. So one summer, I'm working as a clerk in a law firm, and the senior lawyer comes up to me and he asks me this question. He says, what do you want to do with your law degree? I said, I want to be mayor. And he said to me, I didn't ask you what you wanted to be, I asked you what you wanted to do. And all of a sudden, it just struck me that I've been so focused on achieving a particular status that I hadn't really thought about impact. And I said to myself, I was quite troubled by the whole thing. If somebody had just given me a magic wand right at that time, made me mayor, I hadn't the slightest idea what I wanted to do. I was real troubled. I talked to a good friend of mine who was working at a similar firm. I said, what do you think about this question that this guy asked me? And he said, Kurt, only thing he was trying to do is to remind you that life is no dress rehearsal. Get focused on what it is that you want to do. So I go back to law school with this question rolling around in my mind. I'm, just really, really troubled. And a young pastor of a local church invited a group of students, they happened to be law students at the time, invited us to his church. And he asked, of course, that question, what are you guys going to do with your law degree? So one of the students there said, I want to fight for criminal justice. Another, I want to improve the environment. And we went through a whole bunch of people. And I love this one guy said, Pastor, I just want to make as much money as I can as soon as I can. So the minister said, all those are very nice accomplishments and goals to pursue. But I would like you to think about this. I would like you, with your law degrees, with your graduate degrees, to think about becoming modern-day Nehemiahs. Now, you could have heard a pin drop in that church when he said that, and I looked at a friend and I said, Nehemiah who? And the pastor then went on to summarize about the accomplishments of the Old Testament prophet Nehemiah. And he said this. Said that Nehemiah was a slave. Actually, in the King James Version, he's a cupbearer in the court of the king. And Nehemiah, though, was a man of education. And he knew that God did not want him his whole life to be a slave. He wanted him to do something with that education. And Nehemiah prayed that one day the king's heart would be touched and he would be released and go back among his people in ancient Jerusalem. And so that did happen. And Nehemiah went back among his people, and he saw really terrible problems. But he didn't go back and say, I've got all this education now, I'm going to take care of your problems for you. No, he gathered people together, and he said, let's look around. He said that, you see the distress that we're in, how the walls have been destroyed, how Jerusalem lies in waste. He says, come, let us rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. And in typical Old Testament style, you see they said one family took one section of the wall, another family took this section of the gate, and together, to the amazement of their enemies, they rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem. So the pastor then went on to say, in modern day America, he said, a great country, greatest country in the world, but there are signs of distress and waste, just as in ancient Jerusalem, distress and waste. He said there's the distress and waste of illiteracy, the distress and waste of poverty, the distress and waste of homelessness. And he really rattled off a number of things, and he said, I charge you to use your education as modern-day Nehemiahs to go back to your community, working with folks to eliminate the distress and waste. Well, I tell you, There may have been a lot of people in that audience that day that didn't hear a word that the pastor said, but it was quite meaningful to me, and all of a sudden it answered the question, what do you want to do? And what I wanted to do was to go back and work in my community with people to help improve the quality of life there by working with those and using that education with people to lift them up. And so I shared that with you, and just quickly, I must tell you how, this occurred, this sermon that the pastor gave occurred now over 40-some years ago. I went back to talk to him about it soon after he gave the speech, and I asked him for a copy. He said he didn't remember giving that sermon. So it just shows you what happens sometimes when you're talking, that you may reach a few people. Somebody is actually listening to what you said, and you will lift them up because of your words. So I say this to you, that I mentioned Nehemiah mainly because I urge you, as a compliment to what Brittany said earlier, to focus on what you want to accomplish, not necessarily the status that you want to achieve. That is so vitally important because you now have the greatest tools in the world to achieve that, the great brain that you have, and this wonderful, wonderful education that you got from UNT at Dallas. So when you go out from this place, go with a sense of purpose. And someone asked me, should I be optimistic? Should I be pessimistic about the ideas of accomplishments? Well, let me just give you one quote from a scientist who fights for climate change. And he said this about that particular matter, and I quote, "Be neither an optimist or pessimist. Instead, practice what I called applied hope. Believe our world and the causes you care about can get better and work to make them so." That is a good word. I hope you take it with you as you leave here. Great trailblazers, great modern day Nehemiahs to make all these people proud. Congratulations.
President Smoke, you were brief, brother. My takeaway, President Smoke was born with many talents and great capacity. He was a Rhodes Scholar, he was a great student. He could have done a lot of things that made him a whole lot of money. What he devoted his life to was public service in and around Baltimore. Thank you so much for your legacy. And for coming so far. It is high of 56, low of 43 in Baltimore, so this was a great sacrifice. Well, it is showtime. And I would like to invite Provost Stewart to the dais.
Would all the students who are candidates for both the baccalaureate and the master's degree please stand? All students, all students. President Meng, these students have successfully completed the curriculum prescribed by the faculty for their respective degrees. It gives me pleasure on behalf of the faculty to present these candidates to you.
Thank you, Provost. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and by our Board of Regents, I confirm upon you the degree for which you have been certified and all the rights and privileges that go with that. Congratulations.
You may be seated. As is tradition, candidates for master's degrees will be presented first. These students were presented with their hoods in a previous ceremony. Now we may begin.
Carla Pamela Cortez. Amaris Cuellar. Bayan El Kabatib. Rachel Judd. Rebecca Seawright. Now calling master's candidates in the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Yvonne Alejandro. Misharon Ashford. Maya Benson. Charity Burden. Malachi Burden. Ronald Daniels. Marquis Kennedy. Corey Hurd. Hector Robledo. Ashley Smalling. Melba Wright. That's what I said. Thank you. Amanda Voigt. Ariane Washington. Stephen Womack. Now calling bachelor's candidates in the School of Behavioral Health and Human Services. Patrice Bennett. Nora Serda. Brittany Daniels, cum laude. Annalie Del Bosque. McKinley Edelman, summa cum laude. Chris Garcia, summa cum laude. Adriana Gobelin, magna cum laude. Itzel Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Jimera Hamilton. Joanna Miranda, magna cum laude. Jasmine Moreno Franco, magna cum laude. Pamela Pela Adegi, correct? Okay. Gabriela Perez. Stephanie Ramirez, summa cum laude. Guadalupe Rodriguez Campos, summa cum laude. Whitney Simon. Israel Jimmy. Anthony Tijenera. Katerina, actually. Joyce Vargas, summa cum laude. Yubong Abraham. Treasure Adams, summa cum laude. Temitope Adekoya, cum laude. Kazi Afnan. Alexandria Aguilar. Anna Aguilar, magna cum laude. Shayla Aguilar. Alejandra Alcantara, summa cum laude. Mohammed Alwiri. Daronica Allen. Alan Alva. Fernanda Guadalupe Alvarado Martinez. Brian Alvarez. Cassandra Alvarez Escobedo, magna cum laude. Thank you. Kamisha Andrews, magna cum laude. Patty Andrews. Osman Adoz. Emily Artiega, magna cum laude. Nakia Aubrey. Christy Barrientos, cum laude. Cheryl Bean. Victoria Beasley, cum laude. Armando Belmonte, summa cum laude. Kelly Benitez, magna cum laude. Crystal Benefield, cum laude. Noah Burden, magna cum laude. Luisa Blanco Montesino. Stan Borodensky, summa cum laude. Daisy Bright, summa cum laude. Jada Carden. Mariella Cardenas, magna cum laude. Isaac Casas. Daniel Castillo Garcia. Alejandro Castro. Kimberly Castro de Santiago. Alexis Cerezo. Yanel Cervantes Ortiz, magna cum laude. Baden Charles, summa cum laude. Erica Chavana, cum laude. Fantasia Chavers. Iris Chu. Logan Clark, cum laude. Chad Klein, magna cum laude. Christopher Conde. Laura Couto, summa cum laude. Daniel Cruz, magna cum laude. Adriana Cruz, cum laude. Tamika Curry, magna cum laude. Monica Dabia Garcia. Jasmine Davis, cum laude. LaShannon Davis. Dominique De La Garza, magna cum laude. Nadia De Paz, cum laude. Giorgio Denistan. Samantha Dominguez. Michaela Dumas. Jacqueline Duran Bautista. Adonis Durrett Glover, cum laude. Jessica Estep, magna cum laude. Caitlin Easterling, cum laude. Evelyn Escobedo de la Cerda. Guadalupe Escobedo, magna cum laude. Yvette Espino, summa cum laude. Kelsey Estes. Coral Estrada, cum laude. All these smart people here. Kristen Etheridge, summa cum laude. Karen Fakah, magna cum laude. Harley Favela. Teresa Foz, cum laude. Mariela Fernandez. Kier Fields, cum laude. Daisy Flores, magna cum laude. Victoria Floyd. Julia Fonseca. Or Seca. Jamel Forbes, cum laude. Stephanie Frazier. Jesus Frias. Karen Galicia. Alexis Garcia. Chantami Garcia, cum laude. Marthala Garcia. Sierra Garcia. Valerie Garcia, cum laude. Valerie Garcia. Juan Garcia Davis, magna cum laude. Just a few of you, right? Susanna Garza, magna cum laude. Wyatt Gassaway, summa cum laude. Chadrick Giddens. Romeo Gonzalez, magna cum laude. David Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Enrique Gonzalez, cum laude. Grafine? Jordan Grafine, magna cum laude. Simone Griffin, cum laude. Samantha Grimsley, summa cum laude. Andrea Guzman Corden, cum laude. Kaya Hartsfield. Sean Anthony Hayes, cum laude. Faith Henderson. Alondra Hernandez. Gerardo Hernandez, cum laude. Jacqueline Hernandez. Thank you. Joshua Hernandez. Natalie Diana Hernandez, summa cum laude. Rachel Hernandez, summa cum laude. Bibiana Hernandez. James Howard, summa cum laude. Jerry Human Epler. Tanisha Perth Nabushosi, cum laude. Kimberly Jackson, magna cum laude. Mahogany Jackson. Mallory Jackson. Getting so loud, aren't they? Sarah Jasso. Keisha Johnson. Shane Joseph, cum laude. Stephen King. Gabriella Kistner. Callie Kraus, magna cum laude. David LaFleur, summa cum laude. Cynthia Linez, cum laude. Maria Lara. Ira Lechuga Gutierrez, cum laude. Kendall Levine. Ariel Levine.
And I'm magna cum laude.
Okay. Sabrina Lightsay, magna cum laude. Tracy Linares Avier. La Tarika Lipscomb. Cassandra Lively, magna cum laude. Alan Lopez, cum laude. Helen Lozano. Grisha Lucio, magna cum laude. Samantha Magana. John Manivel, cum laude. Catherine Manis, summa cum laude. Michael Marquez. Patrick Marquez, cum laude. Ismael Martinez, summa cum laude. Jessica Martinez, summa cum laude. You guys you have such fans here. Victoria Martinez. Jerry Maxey. Yetsul Mendez. Noel Milan, magna cum laude. Myrna Montenegro, magna cum laude. Alexis Montoya. Joanna Morales. Alicia Moreno. Evelyn Morris, cum laude. Samuel Morrison. Yasmin Munoz, magna cum laude. Abriana Miles. Evelyn Nahera. Jocelyn Nava. Daisy Negretti, magna cum laude. Elias Neri Jr. Angela Newbolt. Pascalina Ngoyi, cum laude. Abubakar Ngesan, cum laude. Larkin Norris, magna cum laude. James Norton Jr., magna cum laude. Alondra Oliveras. Carla Ortega. Brenna Ortiz. Danielle Owens. Festus Oyinwola, cum laude. Jose Padron. Malani Deyanira Pargas Muniz. Vanessa Parra, magna cum laude. Sandra Paulin. Travis Pearson. Esther Perez Guyton. Victoria Pettit. Corey Pfeiffer. Milton Plates. Jasmine Pone. Colin Porter, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Prager. Darian Pyron. Ashley Ramirez, magna cum laude. Alejandra Ramirez Fajardo, summa cum laude. Leslie Geraldine Ramirez Fierro, magna cum laude. Leslie Ramirez Garcia. Eric Ramsey, summa cum laude. Leslie Renteria, cum laude. Kevin Resendez. Nayeli Reina, magna cum laude. Nadasia Richardson. Emily Rivas. Marie Ribera Gonzalez. Felipe Robledo. Adam Rodriguez. Anna Karen Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Brianna Rodriguez, cum laude. Maria Isabel Rodriguez. Sarah Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Osvaldo Rojas. Vanessa Rosas, magna cum laude. Aisha Ross. Larry Rusk Jr., summa cum laude. Lenora Reyes Garcia. Eric Prado. Isela Salas. Enrique Saldana Solis. Brian Salinas, cum laude. Shaylin Samples. Aha. Kiyu Sanchez. Juan Sanchez. Luis Sanchez. Peggy Sanchez, summa cum laude. Rosa Sanchez. Johanna Sanchez de Carrillo, magna cum laude. Erica Saucedo Zarco, summa cum laude. Erica Segovia. Gabrielle Sierra, summa cum laude. Brizeth Silva, magna cum laude. Rebecca Solomon. Evelyn Soto. Rhonda G. Stewart, magna cum laude. There she is. Brittany Stubblefield Engram, summa cum laude. Rodney Sewell. Carlos Thomas. Jessica Thomas. Elena Tillis. Elena Torres. Christopher Trevino, cum laude. Woo. What? Sofantakis. Irene Sofantakis. Emily Urbina. Maria Valbadia, magna cum laude. Sorry. Victoria Venezuela, magna cum laude. Kiana Vance. Jordan Varner. Luis Vasquez, magna cum laude. Maria Vasquez. Orlis Alexander Ventura. Michael Verstig. Marcelo Villegas, magna cum laude. Salma Villegas, summa cum laude. Oh, you smart people. Erica Washington. La Karen White, cum laude.
It's Tanacia.
Tanacia Whiteside. Briandra Wilhite. Charmaine Williams, cum laude. Simone Williams. Jess Lee Wilson III. Janine Wooden. Ese Yilmaz, cum laude. Lord Covenant Zapata. Yvette Zuniga, summa cum laude.
Let's give our graduates a hand. Congratulations, graduates. We are proud to welcome you as graduates of the University of North Texas at Dallas. Now, graduates, please stand. As the final rite of commencement, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. All right, you may be seated. Thank you. So graduates, let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you and my very best for a prosperous and successful future. Though an important period of your life has come to a close, you will carry your alma mater with you wherever you go. Never forget who you are and never forget where you came from. UNT Dallas will never forget you. Let's take a final moment to recognize the amazing UNT Dallas faculty who have encouraged, inspired, and challenged you to do your best work and instill the high academic values of UNT Dallas. Faculty, please stand. Because of these individuals, your degree and the degrees of those who follow you will stand for excellence. Graduates, let's give them another round of applause as they're being seated.
At this time, we'll enjoy the UNT Dallas alma mater. If you would like to join in, the lyrics are found on page 16 of your commencement program.
Fierce as the night, great as the day, honor and glory, trailblazer way, lighting the path, leading the way, loyal and true is the trailblazer way. Conquering fear, rising above, staring victory in its face. Oh, UNTD, we pledge to thee. UNTD, our loyalty. Leaving the legacy of greatness unbound, honor and glory is our trailblazer way, lighting the path, leading the way, loyal and true is the trailblazer way. Conquering fear, rising above, staring victory in its face. UNTD, we pledge to thee. UNTD, our loyalty. Leaving the legacy of greatness unbound. That is the trailblazer way.
Thank you. I want to thank J.J. Williams for writing and arranging that beautiful anthem. I hope you like it. If you're able, please rise, remain standing for the recessional. You can exit the stadium as soon as the recessional concludes and meet graduates outside the building. Congratulations.
This does conclude the Spring 2022 UNT Dallas of Behavioral Health and Human Services and School of Liberal Arts and Sciences commencement ceremony. We ask all graduates and guests leave safely and promptly and on conclusion of the recessional. Our UNT Dallas police officers will help everyone with exiting the building. Please follow the directions of the police when you're in traffic. And congratulations to all of you.